Hello everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officers at 24/7. Welcome to the channel. And I know you all were waiting for this particular session. So before moving forward, I would first like to invite Murugan sir here. Thank you so much, sir, for being here with all of us.
Yeah, very good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir. So this is a very important session for all the candidates who are looking for JIIB June 2024 paper. And as you know, only 30 to 40 days are left for your paper, and we are going to give the first paper of RBWM on 8th of June. So this session will be your strategy session from the Murugan sir, and in which we will be discussing every query of your regarding your paper. So we know in this particular session, we have got a lot of time, or I can guess 1 month extra have been given to us because of the election, like the dates have been postponed. So now we have extra 1 month. So we have utilized this 1 month very efficiently. And now this is the time for the last certain days to make sure that whatever hard work we have done from the last 6 to 5 months, we have to make sure that that hard work will be converted into a right result. And for that right result, we need a right guidance. So apart from your mentors, we have invited one particular most experienced here for the JIIB and CIB as well, so that he will guide us for each and everything. So let's start. But before starting the session, I will request to all of you, do share the session on your Telegram channel, WhatsApp group, Facebook group, wherever you know the bankers are available who are preparing for June JIB paper, so that they will get maximum benefit out of this session with all of us. So before moving forward, these are the important dates. So this is the session. And I know Murugan sir do not need any introduction. You all know about it. And sir, when I have informed bankers that I'm coming up with a session at 3 p.m. with Murugan sir, and they are keep messaging me on WhatsApp and Telegram when you are going to start the session, when Murugan sir is going to be live in the session. So this is your session. And before moving forward, these are the important days for all of you. So first paper will be your fourth paper, that is RBWM from 8th of June. On 8th of June, you have RBWM. Without no gap, we have our 9th June paper, that is Indian economy, Indian financial system. Then 16th of June, you will have your principles and practices of banking. 22nd of June, your accounting and financial management for bankers. So you can see for PPB and AFM, you have 1 week gap. It's very good for us because a quick revision will be done within 6 days. But now we have to be more prepared for the RBWM IAFS because no gap is there, and we have to prepare for both the subject together. So this is what particular important dates of yours. Now, what we are going to do in this particular session. So I got a lot of messages from the bankers, like these are the issues we are facing. So all those questions I'm going to ask Murugan sir, and he will be guiding us in this particular session to decide what to do in the last 30 to 40 days and how the JIB will be very effective for your banking career. So let's start. First of all, Murugan sir, what you want to say about this attempt of JIB 2024?
First of all, that question patterns, yeah, the exam dates had been rescheduled because of the election. You are going to write for the retail banking at the first paper instead of last. And also there is no gap between retail and economy. So be sure at least you prepare your revision timing accordingly. Because after retail, you have to sit for the economic paper immediately on the next day. And also the Saturday exams, nowadays, of course, people are used to, there are 2 exams on Saturdays and 2 on Sundays. So earlier people used to miss Saturday exams. They will be thinking only Sundays exams were there earlier. So now that issue is not there. But anyway, at least to prepare yourself, for the first 2 paper, you have to plan accordingly for the revision at least, because mainly for the economic paper, you will not have any time for the revision, only that 4 to 5 hours in the evening time. So accordingly, plan everything. Everything will be fine. Of course, you had studied for around 4 to 5 months already, and you got 1 more extra month that will be helping you out for the revision purpose. So all should be good. All the very
Yes.
best, friends.
Yes, as the sir said, all should be good, and it will be good because you have already doing a so much hard work. Like I have seen at the morning, I was taking a session at 6 a.m. and lot of candidates came live, and they are regularly coming live to the session at the 6 a.m. or whether the session is at the 10 p.m. They are coming live because I guess now the bankers even know that they also know that now the paper is little tough in comparison to the earlier syllabus. So the old syllabus used to be the easy, or it was easy to clear, I can say. But now from May 2023, when the syllabus have been changed, the new subject have been introduced, the more pattern of questions become more little tough comparatively. Now you cannot clear your paper without having a conceptual study. First, there was bankers. I remember that when I started my sessions in the JIB, bankers used to take that Macmillan book, sir, and they used to read it for 1 or 2 days, and they used to clear with a 60 plus marks. That was the level of the paper. But now it's not possible to do it now because the paper is tough now, and the in-depth question, conceptual questions will be seen in the paper. So conceptual study you have done already. Now what should be done in the next 30 to 40 days, that we are going to discuss. And the first question I would like to ask Morgan sir is about, like, what are the changes we can see after a particular banker clear the JIB paper? Like once you have cleared the paper, what will be the changes in the career in the banking industry, or as a whole in the career, what will be the changes, sir?
We can keep it as a two part. One is mainly for your professional side. Like you will be having a lot of confidence. Firstly, once you clear JB, you have a lot of knowledge about the things which you are not used to in your day-to-day banking life. So because you are studying this four papers mainly, then a lot of other things like customers relating banking services. Then we have accountancy related. The people, those who are not from the accounts background, at least they cover the entire one book for the account, so that will be very much useful for you in your banking career also. This is to relative to professional side. Of course you will be having the better opportunity in promotions and other postings related things. Once you clear JB, there are some postings like auditing sections, like treasury or somewhere people specifically ask for the people those who are already clear JB CAB. So that way you will be having the extra advantage. Apart from that, monetary advantage, if you clear JAB, you will be having one increment, and CAB three increment in total. So that will be a huge amount if you clear during the first 2 to 3 years of service your JAB CAB. I clear in my first year itself both JAB CAB.
Yeah.
After you count for 30-40 years of service, you will be having huge amount, more than 1 crore or something. Now people calculate some calculations and all, they come up, it will be a very huge amount. So apart from your professional knowledge, it will monetarily also it will be very much useful for you. I
Yes.
advise people to go through and kill this in the first year itself, so that you are burden free about this. Only these two exams, JAB, CAB, where the increments are involved in your banking career, apart from regular increment. So everyone must try to clear within the first year itself. Yeah.
Yes. So I guess the last few words were a lot of motivated words, like a huge monetary benefit will be there. But now when we see the paper have been changed, the pattern have been changed, as the sir have said, that it will help you to enhance your skill. Definitely, the syllabus we are looking at, this is a kind of syllabus which will tell you everything about the subject. And it actually going to help you in your career, not only in a bank when you are performing a practical banking, you are doing your regular job, but also when you are being with the 10 people and they know that you are a banker, you should know about something about the economy, what RBI doing. Like it is expected, sir. Like when I used to
Exactly.
be in the bank, people used to expect from me, like my family members, my friends and all, they used to ask why RBI have done this, and they expected answer that you should know that because you are a banker. So I guess that's what this subject will give you in the detail. Like you will be able to answer every questions which will be asked to you from your juniors or seniors, or let's say the family members, the friends. You will be knowing better the economy, and it will be for your personal growth as well. Like skill enhancement will actually going to help you out. Like you will take better investment decisions for yourself. You have a personal growth for that as well. Apart from that, professional growth you will definitely have. So as the sir said, it is better you clear your paper in the first attempt, as the sir also have did that. So it's important because when we are reading something for the first time, it becomes interesting. We have a certain interest in the subject, and we be more concentrated to understand each and everything. Like the law of diminishing marginal utility we talk about. Like when you are doing something for the first time, the maximum satisfaction level will be there. But if you are doing the same thing repeatedly, it will somehow reduce your satisfaction level. And that's what happened with the studies also. If you clear for the first time in the JIB and the CIB, the more knowledge you will gain, and you will not feeling bored in the paper. Like when you are reading, you will be not bored in the subject because you are reading it for the first time. When you are giving the paper, let's say for example, if I have not cleared the paper and I am going for the second attempt, it's very obvious it will happen with me when I start reading the books or I started watching the recordings of any faculty. I will feel like, yeah, I have already covered that. I do not need this to be watched again. So this happened when you go for the second or third attempt. So that's very much important. The first thing sir have said, skill enhancement will be there. Second, you will get a better monetary benefit. Professional, personal growth, both will be there. And do try to clear in the first attempt, both the papers. Now, sir, I would like to ask the second question from you. That is, this JIB contribution is helping us out in contribution the career and advancement opportunities will be there. Current organization, they are also going to get the benefit, a lot of benefit. But if they are going for this particular exam, as you said, that clear in the first attempt, and these are the job opportunities in the same banking sector or in the other career opportunities they will get, what are the changes like you have faced as a mentor, like when the syllabus have been changed by IIBF in May 2025 23, sorry. So what you have faced, like what the problems banker are facing and how to deal with these problems?
No, it's not exactly problem. Only the coping up with the syllabus changes. That's what people felt. Those who are already up here, those who are new for appearing the JAB, they could not feel that particular changes. Only those who had already tried 2-3 attempts and they could not cover, they could not clear the JAB, they felt because totally two new subjects introduced along with retail banking and wealth management. We had economy also. These two new papers had been totally new for them. And those who already cleared the LRAB, like legal and regulatory aspects, they felt they were just left out. That particular paper, though those who had cleared that paper, that had been useless now. Because there was no credit given to that particular paper. That paper had been moved to CIB ultimately, and that was also wastage. In case those who cleared with PPP and LRAB mainly, only maximum people were left with AAB, means AFB. Now they had been left to clear 3 papers along with AFB, IAFS and retail banking. That particular things were that. That was the main reason I was telling. Try to clear during the initial stage of your career. So these all things will come up. IIBF is carry on updating themselves first. They want you to update. Along with that, they are updating themselves. They are changing the syllabus. After a long gap of around 10 to 15 years, they came up with the paper change. Syllabus were continuously changing for so many years, but the entire papers had been changed only in the 2022 end only. So till that time, there was no addition paper as something kind of thing. There was some shift from manual to means online exams, these kind of changes. But this was drastic change. And a lot of people felt that again we have to give 3 more papers. We have to again read so much books and all. And as you told in the beginning, this is not the time like earlier people used to clear by reading 1 week, 10 days and all. And nowadays it's not at all possible. You can say retail banking, of course, it is a regular banking, day-to-day banking, but you have one entire model wealth management that's totally not out in your banking career. Those who are into the wealth management, a mutual fund time, they only just know what is that wealth management concept itself. Otherwise, you have to go through the book only. Means as in a normal day-to-day banking, you don't have that concept at all. Entire economy and Indian financial system, you don't have anything in your regular banking. That is only book based. You have to go through the book and understand the concept and answer the questions asked. That is the only problem. So these 2 papers also new, along with the toughest one, AFM. So you have 3 papers totally means heading you to somewhat reading much, preparing much, not like previous papers. So our advice is at least start in time, because changes, this is the dynamic nature of this banking industry. A lot of things will also change. So you start in time, have sufficient time for the reading, sufficient time for the revision, and you can join these live classes and all. We are regularly conducting marathon test, all these things. You have to put up whatever the time available to you. Try to put everything. Then only you can adapt to the changes which are happening in the day-to-day life, and along with other RBI instructions, all other changes that will be coming up regularly after the books also. So you have to adapt everything to clear this exam. Not so easy like earlier time. Yeah.
Exactly. As the sir said, the right thing you have said, sir. Like a lot of bankers, they are giving the JIB for the first time. They have heard from their junior or their senior somehow that now the paper have been changed. IIBF have done so many changes. So the candidate who is going for the first time to attempt the JIB, he is also in stress that like the paper is very tough now. Now, why are you stressed? It is for those the candidates who have already cleared the certain one or two paper and they have to go for the new paper. That is, like, I can say the extra job they have to do for this particular attempt. But now you are starting your JIB journey. This is your first attempt. You should not be worried about it. It is good that a lot of syllabus will be there, I know, but a lot of time also will be there. And it's trust me, when we see as a subject, the subject is actually a kind of lengthy, no doubt, but it is easy to understand. Once you go through the syllabus, once you understand the concepts, it's very easy for you. So do not be panic about it. Like paper subjects have been changed, paper pattern have been changed. What we should do, and is it possible to clear the paper or not? A lot of negative thoughts are there in the banker's mind because the syllabus have been changed. They have heard from somewhere that IEIFS is the toughest paper, and in the May 2023 it was the toughest paper, and this is true. It was the toughest paper. It was the first time when IIBF had changed the whole pattern. From one liner question, it have changed to 8 to 9 statement based question. But now you are starting with the basic. You are starting with the zero. This is your first attempt, and you are starting. And those who have already attempted the paper, like already have attempted one or two subject have been clear. You are also studying from the zero level now. So what you have to worry about? Just read the concept, revise, and it's very easy to clear the paper, as the sir said.
Also,
now, next we have.
Yeah. One second. Also, the JAIIB is mainly to test your knowledge of understanding only. Please don't take it so serious. That will be coming up in CIB, that analyzing the sentence, analyzing the data given, and putting a lot of efforts into that. This all will come up in CIB only. Here they are trying to just get your understanding and what is given in the books. That's all. That much, if you are thorough, you can easily clear this exam.
Exactly. The CIB, the JIB will help you in the CIB as well. And now that's the very, very good point sir have said. In the CIB, you will find the questions without the option, like without MCQ pattern question, you will find there's some question. So you have to just go through the concepts, just understand the concept. Now, is there certain, so a lot of candidates ask this question that can we complete only one or two module or certain limited topics, and it's easy to get 50 marks in the any subject. These kind of question we actually face from the bankers in the class or when we talk them personally. So is it possible to, like in IEIFS, if I talk about, there are C and D module which have a 60% weightage of syllabus. So can we say or we suggest any candidate that leave A and B module and go for the C and D or for any subject? Can we do that?
No, totally no. Mainly, yeah, I also feel personally that there are some topics, some chapters are very much important. In your book itself, there are some particular topics, like if you are taking a legal side, like the SARFASI and the DRT, these are what you are supposed to know in your banking career. Like this, there are topics in every paper. They are very much important. But again, I tell you, IIBF doesn't want you to have a specialized knowledge in important topics. No, they just want you to get 50 marks. That's all. Okay, yeah, they will sift the entire question, means question pattern, question from the chapters. Like CAB, we used to remember ABA, in ABM, there is a entire module on HR. Okay, that HR related questions used to be there of maximum of 10 to 15 questions every time during 2000, maybe 12, 13, 14, 15 and all. Maximum of 10 to 15 questions will come from the entire module. So people used to just neglect. We will just go through, read it, and you will just clear somewhat those marks. Suddenly, one fine morning, they got around 35 to 40 marks from HR only. So that will happen because I told you, for you, they are important. For us, they are important. But for IIBF, entire book is important. They take in that way only. They can choose, it's very clearly they mentioned they can choose any from anywhere, any question, even out of the book. If they are covered in the particular syllabus topic, they can take any question from out of the book also. So never go with this choosing any particular topic, model, a chapter, something like that. You can have a better understanding for your personal gain, but for exam point of view, just cover everything. If you are watching a live video, if you are joining live classes, if you are going through some video recording, if you are going through the Macmillan book, just read everything. You can, means for specifically for better understanding, you can go with some particular topic for revision kind of thing, re-revision kind of thing. But for once, at least going through once, the entire book is mandatory for all. That's what I suggest.
Yes, exactly. So you cannot skip anything. Everything is very important. And sir, when we get the feedback from October 2023, a lot of banker has told me that in the shift wise, there was also changes in the paper. Like earlier used to happen, the first shift, second shift, third shift, they used to be like alike, है ना? Like the topics will be same or certain questions used to be repeated. But now they have said the certain changes happen there in the shift wise. Like the shift one was tough, second was okay, and the third was moderate. So
No,
these kind of changes are there.
this is not like that. Actually, IIBF is also evolving. That is the main reason. Earlier, they had a database of around 3,000, 4,000 questions. Now they had a database of around 15, 20,000 questions. That's all.
Yeah.
So it's repeating. It's a randomly generated some 100 questions only. So earlier, within that 1,000 questions, it used to repeat. Now, within the span of 10,000, 20,000 questions, they are not repeating. That is the only problem.
Correct.
Otherwise, it's all randomly generated questions. Why we should go for those kind of things? If you are clear with your concept, let them ask from anywhere. We are going to clear the exam. That's all. Because it may repeat. Of course, I am again telling it may repeat. There are possibilities of 20. Earlier, there was a possibility of 30 to 40% questions used to repeat. Now it's a 15 to 20% questions are repeating. That's all. And that also they have 3 to 4 sets also now. So there are in the same batch, people are getting separate questions also sometimes. So we can't predict anything. It's online media. It's all digital times. They can choose whatever the best possible way to make you tougher. The questions, they want the questions to be tough, not so easily to clear. So that also they will attempt all the possible ways to get through.
Yeah, exactly. I guess so. These words are very motivating, I guess, for the bankers, because when the registration started, I used to get the messages from the bankers which shift we should select, like in which shift paper is easy. So this kind of myth is there, like in a particular shift paper will be tough, in the another one it will be easy. No such kind of thing is there. As the sir said, now IIBF have a lot of questions and he can give you the new questions. It will be repeat, might it repeat, the topic will repeat, but because the question bank have been increased, so obviously the paper will be changed and it can come like paper in the shift. Any shift can be tough, any shift can be easy, and it's not like the whole paper will be tough. In the starting 10 to 15 question might be tough, they are difficult, but in middle you will find the certain easy questions as well. So I guess, as the sir said, these are not the things you should worry about. You should only worry about that I know concept, I have studied the concept, and I have done the revision, I will clear the paper. This should be in your mind. No, these kind of myths should be there. Before moving forward, yes, sir.
Toughness and easiness purely depends on your level of preparation. That's all.
Yeah,
how well you prepare, that depends on the toughness and easiness of the paper. Yeah,
that's a very true line, because each and every mentor, like for me, sir, AFM is very tough because I have never studied accounts and all. So it's very true that it depends on your preparation, how much you have done. If you have covered everything, it's easy for you. Like in the out of the all of your bankers, one candidate was there. I never forget his name. Sunil sir was there, and he got 86 marks when the other bankers were saying out of 100. Other bankers were saying it's not very tough. It was very hard to get the 45 marks. So it's totally depend on your preparation. That's very true. So before moving forward, those bankers who are live with us, I would say that we are continuously checking your messages. If you have any query, you want to ask something, your query from the sir, so do comment here. We will check your query here. Now let's move further from the next question. So, sir, can you give certain specific tips or advice for the bankers, like what should they should do to maximize their chances of success in the JIB?
Yeah, we can take this managing the time during the exam and managing the time before the exam. Before the exam, like whenever you get time, like when you are traveling, when you are in the when you are in the office with less work, these kind of times just utilize for preparing yourself, watching videos, watching live classes, yeah, watching the recorded sessions, yeah, taking the book and going through. This way you can manage your time before the exams whenever you are getting time. During the exam, that point, this I used to tell regularly. As we are discussing just before that, even the questions seems to be tough. It is not tough entirely. Please make sure there are a lot of questions at the back end which will be damn easy. So please go through the entire questions once. When you go through, when you sit on the exam, please go through the 100 questions, attempting whatever the questions which you are easy, which you know 100% sure. Just attempt the questions and go through the entire thing, skipping the means toughest question. Go through at this stretch all the questions, go through once. So what will happen, maybe around 30 to 40 questions were damn easy, and that marks you already scored. Once you went through within the 20 minutes, 25 minutes, you scored already that 30 40 marks. You can come back later at any point of time and try to answer the toughest question. This is what you can manage, because what will happen, people used to solve one by one, one by one, one by one, up to 30 40 questions. There were some 10 15 questions were toughest, and you wasted so much of time that at the fag end there were around 30 questions which were totally easy and well known to you, but you could not attempt the questions at all. That's where you will be feeling at the later stage, I used to attempt the easiest one. So just go through once all the questions, attempting the questions which are damn sure, like small questions, 0.5 marks, 1 mark questions, wherever this is the perfect answer. Just answer, go to next, answer, go to next, skip, go to next, whatever the way. You cover the entire 100 questions, then come back to previous, from the beginning, you can start one by one. So you don't miss the questions which you are knowing the answers at least. So that marks are totally secured for you. This way you can manage very well in the examination.
That's again a very true statement by the sir. So do not go sequence like I will start from the first question and I will go to the end question. Don't do that. Select the questions. Like as obviously the certain questions will be tough, they will be take more time, and the other question might be one liner or 2 or 3 statement questions will be there, but you can one time see, and when you read it one time, you know their answers. So do make sure you attempt each and every question, and if you find a certain question is tough, you have started reading it and you find like it will take a little time, mark for review, and when you completed your paper, go for those mark for review questions and then attempt that. So do make sure, don't go with the sequence like 1 to 100 I have to attempt each and every in the same sequence. Just find out where the easy questions are and you will be able to clear easily, because that's a time management we are talking about. And it will be only happen when you practice certain mock tests. Like if you directly go without practicing, somehow there was a stress of the paper, like what will happen. And you know, when you know there is an answer, when you know that your result will be in front of you after 2 hours, it creates more panic, it creates more stress. So somehow what we actually know, and we are reading the question, and sometimes it happens like I'm reading question 2 or 3 times, I know the concept, but still I'm not able to answer the question because I'm not my presence of mind is somewhere else. I'm having a stress like what happened, I have only done the 50 question, now half hour is remaining, what should I do? These kind of things happen. So practice certain mock tests, create your strategy in the mock test, try the new strategies in the mock test and use that particular strategy in your paper. Now one question is there, please share on time management. So first of all, I would like to answer this question like this. The time management will depend on your strength and weak areas. Like if I say IEIF, for me, IEIF is very simple. So I can say I will only give 1 hour per day and I will easily clear this paper. But for AFM, it is very tough for me. So I should attempt the mock test, I should revise the concept, I should study the comprehensive classes. And for the AFM, so I will be allotting 3 hours to the AFM and 1 hour to the IFS. So do make sure you first go for the mock test, give the mock test, analyze your strength areas, weak areas, and accordingly schedule your timing for each and every subject, for each and every topic in the particular chapter, in the particular single subject also. Like what happened, A and B module is very simple, but D module somehow it is simple, but it have a lot of concepts in IEFS. So sometimes you guys get confused among the concept, like what is red hiring prospectus, what is green shoe option, and you somehow mix those concepts because they are a lot of concepts are there. So I would suggest do make sure you give the mock test, analyze yourself, do the self-evaluation, and then divide your time as per your weekend's strength areas. So you want to add something here?
No, perfectly fine.
Okay. So the main important thing that will maximize your chances is the time management. Before the exam, at the time of exam, both have to be done, because as the sir said, you have to find out your own strategy, like how should I be managing my time with the office and with work and everything. So these are the certain questions I wanted to ask from the sir. Now, the certain doubts, if you guys have, do let me know. How can I crack JIB if I start today? So that's a very, I guess, a lot of bankers have this question. If I start today, can I clear the JIB paper? One query is there from Ramesh sir. Sir, are you there? Okay, so I guess certain technical issue is there. So yes, it is possible, Ramesh sir, but it depends how much basic knowledge you have about each and every subject. And apart from basic knowledge, I would say, first of all, the same thing I want to repeat for you as well. First, check the syllabus. If you have not even touched your syllabus, if you have not known your subject syllabus, so do one thing. First, check the syllabus. Go with the mock test. Analyze how much you are scoring and how much you are known to the concepts. Because when you give the mock test, it cover a lot of questions of you. It cover like when I start studying, I will study 1 or 2 chapter in one day. But when I'm going for a mock test, in mock test, I will find a lot of 100 questions are there, and each question are from the different concept. So when I attempt the mock test, I get to know like how much I know about the IEIFS subject. Because in comparison to starting with the 1 or 2 subject, or with understanding the 100 questions, 100 different topic, you will get to analyze at what level you are. Hana, you are a beginner, you are average, or you are above average. That you have to find out first. And after that, I would suggest there is no time to go for the conceptual study. So what you should do, go for the revision with the conceptual study. Like you have to revise the concepts, you have to do the practice of each and every topic and the mock test. But how to do that? Simply revise the concept, like attempt mock test maximum to maximum, whatever number you can attempt in the certain single day. So that every concept in the different questions will be available to you. You can check the question, you can understand the term, you can then after submitting the test, go through the explanation of the test series also. Because in the explanation, you will get the concept. So with the help of test series, you will know the important topics in the paper. You will know what level of preparation you have. Third, you will know the conceptual study, the practice you can do, like how many questions. Sorry, sir. Yes, you were not.
Yeah, I just got disconnected.
Yes. So, sir, I was answering one question. That was how can I crack the JIB paper if I start today? And I guess that's a question with very many bankers in their mind. Can I crack the paper?
Yeah, that's what I was just answering. Way to get the time. This I actually inform all the bankers. Banking life is really tough. Of course, I truly understand. There are a lot of issues. Rural banking, they have their individual issues, and in regional office, they have individual issues. As a branch managers, you have a lot of issues. Still, you have to find time. Very simple. If you are leaving office by 7, try to allot time after 9 to 11 or something like that. Morning around 5 to 8 or something like that. People find time to clear exam. There are people at the age of 60, 65, they go to sleep by around 11 and they get up at 4. So there are possibilities. If you want to clear the exam, and if you are not started well in advance, this is the only way you can allot timing and cover the book. Because until unless you cover this bulky 4 books, Yeah, the attending the live classes, yeah, something like that. For all the topics, you are not going to clear the exams. Luck and all this will favor sometimes, it may not favor sometimes. If you want for sure, sir, as your question is, how can I clear within this 1 month if I start now? That means you have to allocate sufficient time for studies. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You have to be God's favorite child to clear this paper. This happened with certain bankers. They, after they clear the paper, they give us the messages. I only watched the marathon of 5 hours. I cleared the paper. So this happened with somebody. But yes, it's obviously depend on your preparation level, how much you have prepared and how much time you can give to your studies. And I guess, Ramesh sir, I would like to answer one more thing here. Like if you start today, there might be a chances you can clear the paper, like you have allotted a lot of time. So why not to take a risk? If you are not starting today as well, so definitely you won't clear the paper. So why not take a risk and start the preparation, give a lot your timing as per weak and strength area of yours, and do try it once. It might be possible for you because might be you are good in the accounts or economics or somewhere your background was there. So might be you understand the concept a little earlier in comparison to other banker who take 2 hours to understand a single topic. Maybe you can do it in the half hour. So it totally depends on you. So try what's wrong in trying. So I guess you can do that. Apart from that, sir, what should we do as last strategy from today? Sir, please guide. That one more question. What should we do as last strategy from today?
No,
Guide the
that depends on how much you are already prepared. If you are already prepared much, you go with lot of mock test revision kind of things only. If you are not prepared well enough, then you have to clear some concept, attend live classes, then go to the mock test and do lot of revisions. That depends purely on the level of preparation till now.
exactly. And the another one is in this time, how can we prefer subject-wise revision? So what about sir subject-wise revision?
No, if you are already clear, revision is very easy. You just go through the summary part and go through part of the notes you have taken till the time during live classes and all. Only those kinds of things you can go through, and a lot of means gives you a lot of important tips. Even teaching staffs may give you. Like there comes the important topics. They are selecting the topics. Once you are already gone through the entire book, now you can go for choosing the topics, the important topics from where there are questions bound to come. There are a lot of chapters, lot of modules where the questions are bound to come. Some 10 15 questions are compulsory, they are coming. So those kind of topics now you can go through during your revision time.
Exactly. So again, it depends on how much you have prepared. So we cannot give you a certain strategy like do this and do that, because it depends on each and every candidate, how much preparation you have already done. You are a below average candidate, you are an average candidate, or you are an above average candidate. So it depends on that, like how you should have your strategy to continue for the last 30 to 40 days. But the common strategy which is required for these last 30 to 40 days, I guess, understand the concepts, revise the concept, give the mock test, practice the mock test, and do the self evaluation. Do not skip this part of self evaluation, because until and unless you know where you have to put more efforts, how we will be saying that we are following the right strategy. So the proper planning is required, and the planning can be done once you have known that how much in which particular subject you have to do. And next, I need to know the important topics. So I guess Murugan sir have answered this question already. There is no certain limited important topics that you can go through, because in the paper we have seen IIBF have bifurcated the questions from each and every module. Each and every topic have been covered. No such kind of subtopic is there or unit is there which have not been asked in the paper in October, in the May 2023 as well. Obviously, there are certain chapter. Let's say, for example, if I say from the economic planning in India, there is one question, might be there is 5 questions from the sustainable development goal and climate action. So these things happen. The certain important topics are there, but you cannot clear the paper only by reading the limited chapters. That's not guaranteed. As the sir said, everything you have to go through with those 4 bulky books to clear the paper. Hana? Either you can read the books, either you can take the live classes, whatever. But whatever content is given in that particular book, that have to be understood. And Ramesh sir, I would like to give you one idea, like you can go for it if you find it comfortable for you. The Power Pack revision batch is going to start from 25th of May, in which the MCQ practice will be there, concepts will be covered, the revision will be there for all the units, all the chapters in your subject for each and every subject. So you can go for that. Do check the product on the RA 24/7 application. If you feel good, do join it, because a lot of candidates have cleared the paper in the October and May 2023 from the revision batch only. So success rate of revision batch was very good. If you feel like it, you can go for it. Now, sir, I have asked individual mentors for each and every subject, like what are the weightage of your individual module. So I would like to continue from there. So the first paper, as we know, RBWM is there. And in the RBWM module-wise weightage, if we talk about the sequence of module, I have written in such a way which have a more importance. So B module, C, A and D, these are the sequence given by Vishal sir, Praveen sir, who the mentors who take the RBWM subject. That B, C, A and D, these are the sequence we have to follow for the last minute revision. Like last minute, not last minute, but the last 30 to 40 days revision. Start with the B, then C, then A and D. And these are the average marks. We can say around 30 marks will be from B, the 30 from the C, and then 20 from AD. So you can see a very good bifurcation have been done by IIBF in the RBWM as well. So these are the sequence and these are the particular marks you can see from the modules. Now, if I talk about second paper will be your IEIFS. In IEIFS, there are certain changes have been seen. Like in May 2023, IIBF have asked around 60 to 65 questions from your C and D module only. Then the remaining was from A and B. But in October 2023, we have seen a equal weightage was there, around 50 to 55, we can say, from C and D. And the remaining from was the B, A and B. So the sequence you have to follow is first the D module, then C, then B and A. This sequence is for revision. If there is certain candidates here who are preparing for the October paper, this is not the sequence to start your conceptual study. The sequence I am telling here today is only for the revision purpose. So start with the D, then C, B and A, and these are the weightage of your each and every module in IIFS paper. Now next we have PPB. And a PPB, somehow, sir, bankers feel the subject is very easy because it is very much related to the banking content, like lending terms and condition, KYC, AML. But what happened in October 2023, a lot of case study questions were there. And suddenly it became a tough paper for bankers. So that's one of the things that IIBF have done. You cannot go in the exam by have a prediction. Like PPB is easy, I can do it. RBW is easy, I can do it. IEIFS is tough, it's hard to clear the paper. Or AFM is the toughest. Might be I won't clear the paper in this attempt. Don't have such kind of prediction. Anything can be done by the IIBF in the paper. So in the PPB sequence is same A, B, C, D, the same sequence you have to follow for the revision. A and B have more syllabus, so obviously the weightage for the paper will be more. C and D was your 2025, 1520. And I can say PPB is the biggest subject in the paper. And the individual book of your PPB is actually of 1000 pages. And sir, a lot of content is there. When we teach PPB, we feel like every rule and regulation of RBI's master circular have been given in this particular book. Everything is there. They have not left anything. If we talk about KYC, AML, CFT, FATF, or the accounts opening conditions for different types of customer, individual, corporate, proprietorship, everything is there. And it also confusing. So, sir, I want to ask one question, like what you can suggest for the individual subject for PPB, because bankers feel this is a related subject for them, but somehow lot of conditions are there. What should be done?
No, this paper is still bulky even after moving so many chapters to economy.
Yeah, exactly.
This book was so heavy with 5 modules. Now it had brought into 4 modules. Still it is very bulky. That's the problem. Because the banking life, people feel that after going through the book and the syllabus, it's very easy because they are totally related to their day-to-day banking. Only paper, this one, and retail banking, the first 2 modules, they are into their banking life. Regularly they are feeling, regularly they are going through the concept. Mostly all. Maybe clerical staffs may not feel that much, but mostly officers, they feel that everything they are doing in their day-to-day life. That's the only reason people used to take little easy, that we will be clearing some of this paper easily and we'll be scoring this particular paper. But then they added something like ethics came suddenly. during 2021, and that was totally new for everyone. There was no kind of ethics in the banking earlier. People will be doing that in the day-to-day life, but there was no concept. Yeah, question based. Yeah, the like what they are going to go through the theory part kind of things. But suddenly those particular entire module had come. That becomes little tough because that's totally new for them. Even in corporate side, yeah, private banking side, people used to have all these kind of things, work ethics and all other things. But public sector bank, that was not much discussed about actually. So that becomes a little tougher. But no worry, but this particular paper, PPP, is purely related to your banking, at least first three modules, what you are regularly going through in your banking career only. So just you have to go through, you have to just go through the theory part. What exactly the terms are mentioned there, you have to get accustomed with that. And that should be easy for you. There should not any means panic to go through that, because this is the bulkiest book in your all four, the heaviest book, more than around 800 900 pages. So that may give you some feeling, but otherwise it's all theory kind of thing only. You can once you go through, you will feel that it's better to easily clear this particular paper. Yeah,
Exactly. I like what you said, sir, that the module D, when added, like earlier it used to be E, now it is D, the ethics.
the,
Like we have moral principles, we have human values, but we have not studied somewhere. Like we
exactly,
have adopted it. So that's what exactly the change is in the PPB. Like you are doing everything which is available in the PPB syllabus, but now the theoretical knowledge is a certain different part. So just go through the syllabus and that's sufficient. Do a lot of revision because the syllabus is very tough. Not tough, I can say, the biggest syllabus it is. So you have to do the revision because a lot of terms and conditions are there. So I would suggest cover the concept first and keep revising 2 or 3 times the PPB paper. Now the next paper, last paper, we have AFM. And for this, I have got guidance from three mentors of your, Priyanshu ma'am, Niharika ma'am, and Aarti ma'am. All the three have said that each module will be of 25 marks. Every module contain equal weightage of your. Now, they have said that module D is easy and scoring. So I would suggest go with the module D, revise it, complete it, so that you will have a scoring part for your subject. Now, module A and B, that is related to your accounts. Then module C is a numerical and a little tough part. So accordingly, prepare your timing or schedule your timing for the AFM paper, because the marks will be equivalent. Hana, like every module have equal marks, like around 25. It might change a little, but yes, around 25 will be equal weightage have been given. So start with the D, go with the A and B, and as we say, module C is little tough. Give an extra time to understand this, because you cannot skip anything. And we cannot say this is the guaranteed thing which is going to be there in the paper. Might it change? So you have to go through to everything. But yes, the difficulty level you have got to know in the module. So I would suggest accordingly schedule your timing for each subject. Now, the next thing comes do's and don'ts overall for the candidates. So what should we do? Like you have already told us in many ways, but still I want to ask you something certain
no,
special.
here I'm not just giving do's and don'ts. Some basics things you are supposed to aware mainly, like applying during the initial stage of the opening date. Mainly, if the dates are open, please apply within 1 or 2 days itself. Everybody, I request everybody, because lot of issues is happening. People feel that they didn't get their seat in their home station. They have the doubt also, because it is mentioned you have to select your center where you are posted in your banking. So if the seats are not available, whether I can choose some other center or not, this kind of all these things will come up. Mainly, you will not get the seats, you may not get your timing. Also, there may be some issues at the later stage when the closing dates are coming up. The site is not opening. You had paid the payment, but you didn't get the confirmation. This decided to appear for the exam. You have decided you have to clear this exam. Start your preparation. If you are preparing for May, June, at least start from December or by the 1st January itself. If you are appearing for November, December exam, at least start from June or July 1st itself. This should be your preparation strategy, because at least these 4 months are mandatorily required now to at least go through all the papers. Rest is everything you have luck, you prepare for the revision batch only. These all things will come up. But if you are decided to get through this exam, at least prepare well in advance. And one simple mistakes people usually do is reaching the center exactly at 8, exactly at 11. And again complaining that invigilator are not permitted me to enter. You have your admit card. Very clearly it is written, half an hour before you must reach the examination center. Your exam is at 8, you are supposed to reach at 7:30. It's so simple. You cannot reach 8:55 and claim, sir, 7:55 and claim the exam is at 8. I reached already 7:55. You have been instructed to reach half an hour before the exam. Whether they are allowing at 7:30, whether they are allowing only at 8 o'clock, that is their headache. What is your problem is you are supposed to reach half an hour before the exam. You must reach the half an hour before the exam. Those who are having the centers, far away places, unknown places, not reachable places, I had suggested so many people at least go to the examination one day in advance, no problem. One day in advance, go to the examination hall. You know the route, know the traffic, how you can reach, how much time it take normally to reach. If you are going in auto, taxi, or your own vehicle, yeah, bus, whatever the mode, you must supposed to know all these things to avoid the simple mistakes. Not carrying admit card, not carrying the ID card, not carrying the IABF ID card. These are very silly mistakes. Mainly, don't try to give any room for all these things. You are prepared for 5 months, entire 5 months, putting lot of hard works, and if you miss because of these issues, reaching 2 minutes late, not taking the admit card, these kind of issues, that will definitely be very much hurting. And also know the cutoff guidelines. They normally give these cutoff guidelines, like for exams between Jan and August, sorry, means up to August 2024. The last date will be like 31st of December. And for the exams, those conducted from September to February, anywhere September to February, their cutoff date will be 30th of June. This means the things that have banking developments, whatever the RBI circulars which are used, which are declared, which are issued before that particular date will only be counted. Though there are latest guidelines available, you cannot go through that because the questions are framed up to that particular date only. For exams, like if you are having as November, December exams, the things, the latest development up to 30th June only taken. If there is a latest update like monetary policy or something comes, at least don't take that particular data as your answer, because that will be wrong. Because they have given very clearly the cutoff guidelines. These are very basic things you must be aware of, because going through the paper, studying this much, for putting your wholehearted effort, missing out for these small issues will be very much harder. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's more targeted in comparison to you have not clear paper just for 1 marks. So you will feel more bad, like I have prepared for the last 3 to 4 months and I am not even able to enter the examination center. So do remember all these points, and the most important points sir have mentioned here, that the particular date is there till where you have to complete your syllabus, you have to cover your syllabus. And the last time this also happened, the IABF have released a PDF in which all the updates if have added. Like this is in your book and this is the updated one amount that you have to remember. If such kind of informations will be there, we are here on Officer Study 24/7. We will obviously update you on the channel about it, that the updation have been given by IABF for your syllabus. It will be available before 1 or 2 weeks of your paper. So it is done by IABF. Now, all the important point related to your examination center and admit card and everything sir have discussed. Now, the basic points we want to add here, like what should we do in context to preparation? Like in context to your preparation, what are the do's and don'ts? We will discuss that as well. Like focus on the content only, like concept. Do not go for the huge amount of content you are collecting everything. Just focus on the content what you already have, study the concept, revise regularly, practice the each topic test, go with the full length mock test, talk to your mentors. Let's say for example you are putting your efforts in the subject, you are attending the class for 2 hours, 3 hours, you are revising it, but still in the mock test, you are not getting the marks that you should get after giving 2 to 3 hours every day in the subject. Then talk to your mentors, discuss your problem with them. Like, I am doing this and that, but still not having the sufficient result, which should come after this much hard work. So might be you are doing something wrong, and the mentors have experience. They can guide you something. They can suggest you something that can change this scenario. Then be positive. Don't have any perspective that this exam is tough. It's very hard to clear the JIB now or something kind of this. Don't have these things. Now, the things you have to avoid is stop panicking. As the sir said, that you have what you have to worry about. Do not go for the myths you have in your mind, like paper is tough, subject have been changed, new subjects are there, and all of these. Just focus on what you have studied. Stop panicking. Do not stuck on one particular subject. Divide your time. Have a time management properly. Before time, at the time, both, as the sir said. Then wait for the right time to revise. Don't do that. One more, I think I remember, sir have added this. Whenever you get time, do revise it. If you're going through the public transport, you get the 10 minutes, revise it. Do not try to find out the right time to revise the content. If you are free for 10 minutes, just open your phone or laptop, whatever you have, and start revising the content. Like, you have only 5 minutes. Now you will say, what I will do in the 5 minutes? You can revise 5 committees in 5 minutes. You can revise a one particular green shoe option in 5 minutes. So do not find a right time to study, to start your revision. Start revising whenever you get the time. Then don't look for a shortcut. No shortcut is there. And now the industry expert itself have said to you, do not leave anything. Everything you have to cover. As the sir said, there might be some important topics, and obviously every subject has some important topics, but you have to go through everything. That you have to do. Do not find shortcut. Keep doing R&D. Stop doing that. Stop finding out the PDFs on Telegram channels, on YouTube, or some other platforms. Just trust on one particular source which you are already following from the last 3 to 4 months. Whatever platform it is, go with it and keep watching their recorded videos, or you have your content PDF. Keep revising that only. Thinking of not covering certain parts that you do not have to do. Not prioritizing modules is also one of the mistake you might do, because every module have a certain weightage. Every module have a certain importance in the paper. So you have to cover everything, but prioritize as per the more weightage so that you will get more coverage in the paper. Now, fear of subject, don't have any fear of subject. Every subject is good. Every subject is doable. If one person can get out of 186 marks, why not? You can get it. It's only depends, the difficulty level depends on your preparation level, as the sir said. So do not worry about anything. Just revise the content regularly, give the practice mock test, then also go for a self-evaluation. Do check what are your strength areas, what are your weak areas. That is sufficient to do in the last 30 to 40 days. Now, still, if you guys left with certain queries, do ask your query here. And you can ask your whatever query you have from the sir. Now, sir, I want to add here something, that we are launching a Power Pack revision batch. This batch is coming from 25th of May. It is available for English medium candidates as well as for bilingual candidates. How to enroll? First of all, you simply have to download the Adda 24/7 application and go to the Adda 24/7 application. This is your home page of application. Click here on all courses, JIB, CIB, then JIB May 2024. So you will find the batches on the top, and this is the English medium batch. This is the bilingual batch. Both the batches are starting from 25th of May. Let's say this is the batch. Do check what are the offering. 120 hours live classes will be there. 276 test series, topic wise full length will be there. Ebooks will be also available. If you scroll down, you will find even study plan. All the 4 subject study plan is available here. The first subject we are starting here, that is IEIFS from 25th of May. Then second subject is starting RBWM from 31st of May. Third subject will be PPB from 10th of June. And the fourth subject will be obviously AFM from 17th of June. So these are the dates. If you want to check the study plan, just click here. So we are starting IEIFS from 25th of May. Morning 6 to 9 a.m. will be class timing. And every day we will have 3 hours classes. From 25th to 6th of June, no gap will be there. Every day 3 hours we will be covering IEIFS subject. And in this particular batch, what you will get, the topic wise questions will be there, like the combined mock test pattern preparation will be there, in which you will practice the question, you will learn the concept, you will revise the content, and you will analyze how much you are doing in the paper. So everything will be covered in these 2 weeks. Every day 3 hours class will be there for IEIFS. On 7th and 8th, we will be having Maha Marathon on YouTube, Officers Adda 24/7. That will be of 5 hours. So this is the detail. You can check the other study plan also from here. Then go to the buy now option and enter a code here that will be Y496 and apply. Once you apply, you can see 80% discount is available, but 1% additional discount will be available if you use the coins on the Adda 24/7 application. So this 81% discount, 3 months validity is there. Code is Y496 and the amount will be around 1500 something. So this is the whole information about the Power Pack revision batch. And this batch again came because the success rate of the batch was very good. And a lot of candidates have actually gave us the feedback. It is good. It should be repeated in the Officers Adda 24/7. So that's why we have introduced the batch for now. IEFS will be 2 weeks and the other subjects will be for your 1 week sessions will be there. In a single day, you will be covering 6 hours classes of PPB and AFM. Okay. So this is all from my side. I want to ask Murugan sir, so you want to add something in the last the session?
No, it's first believe in yourself. It's doable. That's you can clear this exam. So even though this toughness of this particular exam, JAIIB, people used to score 85, 86 and all. There's a lot of people. During last 2 years, we can see our Telegram groups, a lot of people with 80 plus marks. So that shows that your level of commitment. So the same way, if you are also planned to clear the exam, just spend sufficient time, believe in yourself, definitely you are going to score very good and clear this exam.
Yes, believe in yourself. That's what it is required to do anything in the life. So do make sure you do everything, follow the steps that sir have told us, that sir have guided us. Do follow it. And if you still feel like the certain query of your have not been taken, you can comment in the particular video. We will check your comment and we'll definitely answer your query there. And in the last, I just want to add here, just prepare properly, give your whole time to preparation for next 30 to 40 days, because when on 8th, 9th, 16th and 22nd of June, after giving the 2 hours paper, the marks you will see on the screen, that will give you the all happiness of whatever hard work you have done for the last 4 to 5 months. And trust me, what you will sacrifice in the next 30 to 40 days, it will worth it. So do make sure, prepare properly, have the time management, do conceptual study. Like, do not start with the basics right now. But yes, when you are doing a topic-wise test, full-length mock test, or you are revising the concept, do not try to mug up the concept. Just try to understand the concept at every step, whatever you are doing. And that's all what is required to clear the paper. Believe in yourself. Don't have any perception about the paper. And that's all what is required. And if you really want to join all these such kind of sessions and mini marathons and Maha marathons of channel, then do subscribe the channel Officers Adda 24/7 and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. Now I want to thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving your time to us and guiding a lot of bankers here. It was really worth it. And thank you so much for all of this.
All the very best, friends.
Thank you so much, sir. So thank you everyone for joining the session and stay connected by subscribing channel Officers Adda 24/7. Take care, everyone. Thank you, sir. Bye.